The average person picks up their phone 175 times a day. Think about that. You are probably maybe watching this first thing in the morning, and maybe it's the first time you've picked up your phone, and on average, you're going to pick it up another 174 times today. That's the bad news. The good news is you don't have to. We, again, live in a culture that is just inundated with distraction through buzzes and bells, through our phones, just through the fast-paced life that we live. We're pulled in all kinds of directions, completely distracted. Distracted by the news, distracted by things going on in our world with our kids, our families, the culture. But the Lord has a different recipe for us, and that is to simply be still. And He talks about this in Psalm 46, verse 10, a popular verse, and a verse that I find refuge in often, especially after a busy year that we just went through. We're getting ready to launch into a new year, and I want to take on a new habit of being still. And so he says this in Psalm 46, verse 10, "Be still and know that I am God." And that's the part that we all are familiar with. But then he reminds us exactly why. He says, "I will be exalted among the nations. I will be exalted in the earth." Meaning, he will be still, we will be still for him, and he will be exalted. He will be placed primarily over everything else, all the distractions, all the things that come our way. He will be lifted up. And so as you take the time to kind of go through these devotionals and you find a way to eliminate distractions, would you lift him up? And would you take the time to slow down, tap the brakes, and maybe exhale before your day starts? Find yourself in the Word. And then the last passage that I mentioned in this devotional today that helps me calibrate this idea is through Philippians chapter 4. Towards the middle of the chapter, he talks about fixing our eyes, fixing our hearts, and thinking on those things that are the most important, thinking on those things that are true and righteous and lovely and pure. Ultimately, lifting him up, exalting him above all of the other things that pull our attention, that tug at our hearts. And so just be reminded today as you read through his word, as you take time to pray, just to be still, exhale, and trust him in your journey.